Did you know that the NHL, famous for its fast-paced action, also holds a dark side of bone-crushing hits and tragic accidents? From devastating collisions to heartbreaking injuries, these moments have left a profound impact on the hockey world. In today's video, you can also witness some of them as we explore the top 8 worst NHL injuries, leaving fans and players alike in disbelief. Back in 1989, something really scary happened during a hockey match between the Buffalo Sabres and the St. Louis Blues. Clint Malarchuk, who was the goalie for the Sabres, got into a bad accident. He collided with another player, and the player's skate blade cut Malarchuk's neck really badly. Blood started pouring out, and everyone watching was shocked. Luckily, the team's athletic trainer, Jim Pizzutelli, acted fast. He put pressure on the wound and saved Malarchuk's life. This incident became famous in hockey history as one of the scariest moments ever seen on the ice. Now, prepare yourself, because what comes next is even more harrowing than you might imagine. In February 2008, during a hockey game between the Florida Panthers and the Buffalo Sabres, something terrifying happened to Richard Zednik. As he was skating near the edge of the rink, his teammate Olli Jokinen accidentally hit him with a skate blade. Zednik got a really serious cut on his carotid artery, which caused a lot of bleeding that could have killed him. Thankfully, the medical team and surgeons at Buffalo General Hospital acted quickly. They were able to save Zednik's life. Let's explore a remarkable story of Borje Salming, a hockey player known for his time with the Toronto Maple Leafs. During a game in 1986, things took a terrifying turn. During a scuffle on the ice, Salming fell down and another player accidentally stepped on his face with their skate. The injury was severe, requiring over 200 stitches to fix. It was a frightening moment that left Salming with a long road to recovery. However, true to his resilient spirit, Salming battled back from the injury. Despite the setback, Salming continued to excel in his hockey career. He earned numerous awards and secured a spot in the Hockey Hall of Fame. It's March 2008, and Curtis Foster is on the ice for the Minnesota Wild, full of promise and potential. He's chasing after the puck, eyes fixed on the goal ahead. Suddenly, a trip from an opponent sends him crashing into the boards, the impact echoing through the arena. It's a devastating collision that leaves Foster with a broken left leg, the bone sticking out through his skin. It's a scary sight that sends shivers down everyone's spine. The injury is serious, requiring immediate surgery to fix the broken bone. After the operation, Foster faces a long road to recovery. Day after day, he undergoes grueling rehabilitation, pushing himself to the limit to regain strength and mobility in his leg. It's a tough journey filled with pain and frustration, but Foster refuses to give up. Slowly but surely, with each passing week, Foster makes progress. His determination never wavers, driving him forward even when the odds seem stacked against him. The next one is Paul Kariya, known for his smooth moves and amazing talent on the ice, who faced some tough times because of concussions. One of the most memorable moments happened during the 2003 Stanley Cup Finals. Scott Stevens from the New Jersey Devils gave Kariya a really hard hit right in the middle of the rink. Even though Kariya returned to the game and scored an important goal, he later found out he had a concussion. This led to something called post-concussion syndrome, which made things really tough for him. Because of these head injuries, Kariya had to stop playing hockey for a while, and he ended up retiring sooner than he planned. His experience made a lot of people realize how serious concussions are in hockey. It showed that better rules and safety measures must be needed to protect players from getting hurt like this.
He's cutting right towards Scott Stevens' side.
Oh my, I'm not sure, guys, where the puck was at the time. Looks like he wants to get up on his own and show some toughness here, but he went on his back and he never moved. And look at the wobbly, look at his legs. Oh, baby.
Guarantee he doesn't know where he is.
Coach Babcock, well, here's the play. Puck in his feet, on his stick. He moves it. Oh, guys, that's interference.
Never saw that coming because Stevens came from his right and he was looking left.
We're going to go back and take a look at the Paul Kariya situation again, the hit by Scott Stevens. When Paul Kariya dumped the puck in, and this is why, JD, you and I agree it's an interference call, because he had gotten rid of the puck and it was so uncharacteristic. Watch this, Paul Kariya, his chest wasn't moving, whoop, he popped too. One more look at it. When Paul Kariya dumped, he watched his pass. And you see Scott Stevens had already locked on and had tone, and he was going for the hit anyway.
The elbow was not the leading edge of the hit. Kariya did not see it coming. It was above the elbow. A clean hit in that respect. Maybe a little late.
Let's dive into the story of Bobby Orr, a legendary defenseman in NHL history. Many people think he's the best defenseman ever to play the game, but behind his incredible talent, Orr faced a tough battle with chronic knee problems. Throughout his career, Orr's knees gave him trouble, causing him pain and limiting the time he could spend on the ice. Despite his skill and dominance, these injuries kept cropping up, making it harder for him to keep playing at his best. Sadly, Orr's knee issues forced him to retire when he was just 30 years old, much earlier than expected for a player of his caliber.
Mahavlich on his knees, as is Bobby Orr, and of course Bobby Orr has a history of knee problems over his illustrious career. Let's hope that neither one is seriously injured. The game needs the caliber of a Mahavlich and a Bobby Orr. Mahavlich is up being...
Let's dive back into the history. Howie Morenz, a beloved NHL player who rose to fame with the Montreal Canadiens in 1937. At the peak of his career, tragedy struck during a game against the Chicago Blackhawks. Morenz was skating hard when he tripped, and his skate got stuck in the boards. Another player accidentally tripped over him, causing Morenz's leg to snap in multiple places. Back then, medical treatment wasn't as advanced as it is today, and doctors feared he would never play hockey again. Despite showing signs of recovery, Morenz was devastated at the thought of never playing his beloved sport again. Then, tragedy struck again. While getting out of bed, he suffered a heart attack and tragically passed away. Some believe he died of a broken heart, unable to bear the news of not being able to play hockey. Later, it was discovered that an undiscovered blood clot caused the heart failure. Howie Morenz was just 34 years old at the time of his untimely death, leaving behind a legacy that continues to be remembered. Let's uncover the story of Bill Masterton, a hockey player whose legacy lives on through the trophy named in his honor. Masterton played for the Minnesota North Stars in the 1960s, but a tragic event on January 15, 1968 forever changed the game. During a game, Masterton was involved in a collision in his defensive zone. It wasn't the hit itself that caused the damage, but the fall that followed. As he fell backward, the back of his head slammed against the ice. Back then, players didn't have to wear helmets, so Masterton was unprotected. The impact knocked him out cold instantly. It's said that he briefly regained consciousness on the ice, uttering the words "never again" before slipping away. Despite efforts to save him, Masterton passed away in the hospital 30 hours later from severe skull and brain injuries. Masterton's tragic death marked a somber milestone in NHL history. He remains the only confirmed player to have died directly from injuries sustained on the ice. This heartbreaking event led to greater awareness of player safety and the introduction of mandatory helmet rules in the NHL. What stories did we miss? And did you witness these injury moments? Comment below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and keeping an eye out for future uploads.